What is going on today? We are going to break down the Long Beach real estate market over the last month, specifically from June 6th, 2022 to July 6th, 2022. We're going to look at a quick market snapshot, going over the average sales price, the average day on market, and the number of listings sold. We're also going to look at some charts and graphs and see what the trends are over the last couple months. We're also going to answer some questions that I think everybody is wondering is, are we going to see a crash? How is the recession affected the real estate market, or how will it affect? And should you buy or sell? Also, at the end of the video, we're going to dissect some numbers that I have access to as a real estate agent that I want to share with you guys. I feel like knowledge is power. I love the fact that I can share this information with you because I want you, my client or friend, or anyone that's just interested in real estate content, to be able to have access to this. So we will share some numbers in more detail that will just give you more insight on what the trends are here in the real estate market. My name is Rick Lee. I'm a local Long Beach and Orange County realtor. And if you are new to my channel, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get more real estate content delivered to you. All right, let's get into it. So here we are on my website, rickjleehomes.com, and you all have access to this information. All you need to do is go to my website, rickjleehomes.com, go ahead and type in or hit the market snapshot tab here, and then type in the city, location, area, county, wherever you want to research, and you will have this information as well. You can also type in, the different price points, the different beds, bathrooms, property type. Today, we're going to focus on single family homes, condos, and townhouses, and look at that information. You can also save the snapshot for you to reference. So if you want to come back in a month or two and see how things have changed, that's very easy as well. But yeah, let's dive into this market snapshot. So, like I said, we're focusing on, from June 6th to July 6th over the last month. And these numbers are compared to the month previous. And as we can see, the number of listings sold is down 26 at 230. And yes, the market is cooling a little bit. I think there's a couple reasons. The main reason, the interest rates, right? I think a lot of people are scared that the rates are going up and could possibly go up. So sellers are worried that they're not going to get top dollar, and buyers are scared to pay so much in interest because everyone has been so spoiled over the last couple years with the low interest rates. And let me tell you, that was something special, and I'm not sure if we will ever see anything like that again. But the rates, when I bought my house at 4%, and then the rates came down, and I got to refi. And I always tell my clients, you can change your interest rates when rates come down. You can't change your purchase price. So I think it's a good time to buy right now because it's not as competitive as 3 or 4 months ago, right? I remember I had some listings, we would have 30 plus offers. I mean, how can you compete with that if you're going 5, 10 FHA, 20% down? People coming in at all cash, removing all contingencies. It just wasn't fair, right? It really wasn't fair. And so I think now is a good time to buy for anyone that has been on the fence for a while, because it's less competitive. And I'm working with buyers right now. We're writing offers. Things are getting accepted. We're putting in contingencies where before they had no chance. So yeah, I mean, we're down on the number of sold listings. I think with just people, it's just cooling down a little bit. The average sales price, I do get a lot of people saying, oh my God, the prices are going to drop. They're going to drop. I mean, this is a perfect inclination that prices are still continuing to rise, right? They're still rising. People are still overpaying. Yes, prices will drop in certain types of properties, right? Distressed properties, homes sold as is, that need a lot of work. Those are gonna, before where they would sell the first weekend, those prices will go down and won't get a lot of offers or sit on the market for a while, and sellers will get worried and take less money. So yes, those in those type of properties, those prices will drop. If you have a home that is well kept, newly remodeled, in a highly desirable area, and it's priced appropriately and respectfully, then no, prices aren't going to come down in that type of market, right? So I hear so many people saying, I'm just going to wait. Well, you're going to wait, and the money that you're going to lose based on, especially if you're paying rent, do you want to pay your mortgage, or do you want to pay someone else's mortgage? So prices are still slowly going to climb. Moving on to the average day on market, it's down a day at 16, which is not much, but I am seeing, in certain areas, properties, not saying Long Beach, in different areas, properties staying on the market a lot longer. And I think there's a couple reasons why. I think number one, these sellers have these expectations of they want top dollar. Look, I get it. Everyone wants top dollar, but the market is shifting and you have to adjust. And if you're working with an agent that doesn't understand that and can't educate you, that could be a problem, because you have to be realistic. And also too, I'm seeing properties sit on the market for a while. And I think there's another reason why that's really important is how is the agent marketing the property? You can't just put a sign in the front yard and put it on the MLS and expect to get a lot of attention. You have to do more with the property. So that's what I'm seeing personally. I'm not pointing any agent out or any specific deal or anything. I'm just saying my observation is a lot of properties are sitting because of unrealistic pricing on either the agent or the seller's part, and then lack of marketing, whether it's no videos or no social media campaigns or social content, especially if you're at a price point where millennials are trying to purchase, right? You have to market to millennials. Where are millennials? They're on social media. They're, yes, some of them are on Zillow, but if you want to catch their attention, you have to go where they are. So that's a big thing to me. And I think, people will start realizing that more as things start to slow down and properties get to stay on the market for a long time. So moving on to some market trends, in May, the average sales price was down, and the number of properties was just about average from the month before. But now we're looking at the past June numbers, and again, prices are up, prices are rising, right? And the number of properties sold was down, but prices are still going up. So for all those people that think prices are going to drop or we're going to have a crash, that's the other thing I want to talk about. I get a lot of people asking me, or I'm seeing headlines or whatever, oh, we're going to have a crash. There is not enough inventory, especially here in Southern California, to have a crash. Homeowners have too much equity to have a crash. People can't, before, you could just have a heartbeat and they would give you a loan. It is a lot more challenging to get a loan these days than it was back 2007, 2008, 2009, when we did have a crash. So for all those people that think we're going to have a crash, yeah, I don't see it coming unless something crazy happens. But as far as how it's going right now, prices may drop on average, like I said, from those smaller distressed properties or as is or older, original properties that are 50, 60 years old. Yeah, those prices are going to come down. But things that are in highly desirable areas with good school districts or by the beach or whatever, I mean, people still have to move and want to live there, and it's still going to be competitive. So, and people still have cash as well. Let's not forget that. All right, let's dive into some recent sold properties. Again, we're focusing on single family homes, condos, and townhomes. So looking at this one on Redondo Avenue, it was 10K over asking. Price is still going up. I would say, a couple months ago, that probably would have been like 50K over asking, which again, the market is starting to get correct itself and become normal pre-pandemic, but still prices are going up. The Ocean Boulevard property that was sold just 5K over asking. The one here on Ohio, these are all condos at a certain price point too. So let's take note of that. These are at a certain price point that are above asking. And then the one on Appian is not a condo. This is at, a higher price point, a luxury price point, I guess you could say. And it went 50K over asking, right? I'm sure there was a couple offers around asking, and the person who, made it easier for the seller and came in a little bit more probably won in that situation. And then moving down to a condo, this one in Cedar Ave in Long Beach, just right at asking, right? Just a little bit below. You'd never know what was going on with that property, but yeah, I would average that at asking. Moving on to page number 2, another single family home, $46,000 over asking. The one on Fairbrook here, 111 over asking. This condo on Orizaba, 55K over asking. Marina Pacifica, right here in Long Beach by 2nd Street, 25 over asking, a 1-bedroom, 1-bath condo. The one here on North El Dorado, 50K over asking, 4-bedroom, 3-bath. So that's why that number up here, the average sales price is high, right? So let's move on to one more page. And again, you guys have all of this information very accessible to you. So you could look at these properties, look at the pictures, just go to my website, rickjleehomes.com, type in exactly what I typed in, and you can really dissect all of these. But yeah, again, 100K over asking on Ocean Boulevard, a condo, 50K over asking, single family home on 4th Street in Long Beach, 31,000 over asking. This single family home, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath. Stanbridge, 105 over asking. So as we can see, certain price points are still at over asking. And then Alameda Street in Long Beach, 19 under asking. But yeah, I mean, we're seeing a lot of green here. Our price is dropping. You have the information right here. So do I think, let me be clear here. Do I think prices are going to do this like they were? I think they're going to slowly still climb. And that is a good thing for anyone that's looking to get into the real estate market, because, there's people that are hoping that prices drop. That's not a good thing, even if you were going to buy, because that means that you could buy when it drops and then it continue to drop, right? You don't want that. You want the market to be on the upswing, even if you're paying more, because eventually, no matter what, my house has almost doubled in the last 8 years, right? That is a good thing. I want you guys to experience that too. It's again, do you want to pay your mortgage or do you want to pay someone else's mortgage, right? So that's something that you got to think about. And if you have any other questions, please reach out to me. But let's jump into some numbers that I have access through the MLS that I really wanted to kind of get into. So for me, the new listings is something that I wanted to kind of look at for you guys. And let's go to 1 year and monthly here, there are less listings than there was from June to May. We're at 310, which is not a huge number, but still ticking downwards. I don't know if it's, people are scared to sell because of the rates are going up, or people are just, the summer's also coming up. Sometimes, people don't want to have to deal with that when they'd rather be on vacation, right? I'll wait to sell my house. Yeah, that is down, from 350 to 310. The number of active listings, okay, continuing to go up, right? And we've talked about that before. That could be poor marketing, overpriced properties, and then the interest rate, right? That is scaring a lot of people away. Pending sales at the end is down. Okay. It's going down. The closed sales is down a bit, right? Not much, but still trending down. Total closed sales side, that's kind of the same number almost. 521 to 539. Closed volume, price wise, is up. Prices up. They will continue to go up. Please understand that. If you're a buyer or seller, let's talk about this too. We haven't really talked too much. Like, if you're a seller and you're on the fence, right? Like, are you scared about the interest rates? Or hey, people aren't buying. Like, people are still buying. People still have lives, right? Like, people still have to deal with job changes, divorce, and sadly deaths, right? So people do make changes, and just because properties aren't selling, the first week is not a bad thing. Like, you want to find the right buyer. You don't want to be desperate and just get it off the market and go into escrow and then like have it fall out of escrow, That's the other thing I wanted to talk about. Like, if you're a buyer, like, make sure that your pre-qualification is up to date. Like, if you got pre-qualified 2 months ago and you're working with an agent that's not asking those questions and you guys are writing offers, that's not a good thing. Like, make sure it is super, super up to date and your lender has all of the updated information. On the selling side too, like, if you're looking to possibly sell, like, make sure you're working with an agent that is going to put in the work. Please. I'm not just saying just me. There's a lot of good agents out here in Long Beach, right? That go the extra mile, that work the neighborhood, talk to neighbors, do video, do photos, like, go out and like make sure that you do your research, because just putting a sign in the yard and putting it on the MLS, that's not going to sell you top dollar and very quick, right? Like, make sure the agent that you're working with is going to hustle their butt off. So, average day on market, that went down here. Oh, sorry, this is the median day on market. The average. And these are these numbers compared to my numbers. We were just focusing on my site, on condos, townhomes, and single family. These numbers are just all pop properties on the MLS. So these are slightly different, but as we could tell, it's almost the same here. So let's go into the month supply. That is way up, right? Not way up, but it's trending up. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. It's trending up. And here we're at, in May, 1.3 and at 1.6 month supply. And the price per square foot is down a little bit at $635, and that's the median. Let's see what the average is. $656, down a little bit. And then the percentages of last list price, still above 100, which is good, right? But it is trending down. Percent of original sales price, trending down from what it was last month. The median average 102. Sales price is up. We saw that number on my website, obviously, compared to last month. Shows to contract. So this is kind of being a little just very consistent, which is, and this is the other thing too, is like these numbers, like there could be private showings, there could be open houses. Like, I don't know. These are just numbers that I don't really take too seriously because, I mean, what does that really matter, right? You just need one offer that's going to be good and that's going to make it happen. So, yeah, there's nothing crazy. I mean, look, compared to April of last year, yes, it was freaking crazy. But to me, I don't really like focus too much on these numbers. And then showed per listing, which is down. But thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out directly. My information is in the comments below and also on my page. You can text, email, DM me through Instagram, here through YouTube if you want to send me a message on the comments or whatever. I'm accessible. I love when people reach out through here. It's great. I've created some good relationships, met some nice people and some clients that I'll be working with. So I'm excited for that. But please, if you guys need anything, I am always here. All right. Have a good one, and I'll see you on the next one.